Sambanan Maka. This is your host, Gaddafi Manafi, and your co-host, what's your name?
Mr. Blessing. Yeah, one, Mr. Blessing M. Matlala.
Or whatever. Celebrity. Guys,
Yeah,
welcome to
really got really got my celeb, man.
Oh gosh. Welcome to Attention. Today we are having, an episode. There was a lot of drama that happened in the past week, if not the past 2 weeks. And like I said to you when I blessing what we are about educating people and not them gossiping, breaking news.
All right. You understand.
Yeah.
So what happened? What happened?
We shall know what happened to me. You were the leader. You were the leader. Okay, so let's start with the. You were what?
I'm saying now I was in the forefront of I think one of the things that were breaking news, but but this one that I that you claim I led, but you never push on, man.
So getting over or this one.
Yeah, man. Apparently there was a live recording that was done most recently by some lady who goes by the name of Bucy. So she had invited a couple of legends, if I may put it that way, the likes of Jabu Shongani, Dr. Rebecca Malope, I think, so that they can be the crowd puller for the event. Oh, I don't know. Maybe she felt like she wants to mix with the big boys. I guess there's that Nigerian song, that says you want to G with the big boys. So maybe Liana, she wanted to do that, but she didn't G well. It didn't gel well with one of the ladies. So yeah, so that is what one of what happened. So, but it was trending news. Yeah, apparently she was not happy. Her manager didn't treat one of the guest artists well. By guest artist, I think Dr. Rebecca Malope, if I'm not mistaken. And then yeah, man, so that's what I was in the forefront of advocating against that. Oh no, man.
Okay, guys. So, by means of introduction, hey, or Ramkopozi, like already you are in there. You're already inside. So today we are speaking about Bucy Radebe, who is well known guy with Impilo Yam, and the lady who tells the stories. The false, the fake stories in the heavenly places, seeing God. This is the first person I've ever had saying what you know we wanna like who's seen God face to face, And we're also speaking about the Queen of Gospel, Dr. Rebecca Malope, but to me it's just Rebecca Malope. I don't believe in this doctor thing. Rebecca Malope, she's been in the gospel space for the past 3 decades. So this is a queen of the gospel, guys. We know her for crawling on the floor when she's singing, crying, Sometimes you can't hear what she's saying, but she's been doing that for years. And for some reason, she has her crowd, she has her people. So she's an award winning from Shell Road to Fame. So she's been winning all along, and a mother of all. And then we are speaking about the manager, Bucy Radebe, which is allegedly the husband. Are they married?
But from what I've seen when I checked out her page, it looks like very close to one. So mhlomongwe banyalani, mhlomongwe, but whatever it is, they are definitely together.
Okay, they're a couple. Okay, so they're probably it's a couple. We just don't know what status it is. So
Yeah.
Tapelo Toboke is Wusi's partner, who is the manager, right? She's a spiritual gangster, a peaceful warrior, head of Wusi's
Spiritual gangster.
career. Yes,
What?
head of. You were saying?
Why like a spiritual gangster? Is it the title that they gave themselves, or what?
No, give the title that he gave himself. All these titles is what he's naming. Or one description, yeah, where people write "woman of God," God's anointed one. You know what? Spiritual gangster, peaceful warrior, head of Busy's career. So in one of the statuses, I don't know where the space monkey comes from, but also that is one of the titles that I saw there. So anyway, this whole story started was was fumed up by fuck off, by the manager telling the queen of gospel to fuck off. That's when it started, right? And I'm sure people have read the article. They've read the articles where the tweet that was done by Rebecca Malope, where she was saying that yeah, now she's very hurt about what happened. I think we are explaining all these things so that even when someone in future watches this episode, they understand what is happening. So the Queen of
Yeah,
Gospel tweeted,
can have a bit of background.
yes. So the Queen of Gospel after the show, she tweeted about this. Bucy tweeted, thank you everyone who came, which allegedly she's not the one tweeting, but the spiritual gangster, aka manager. He's the one who was doing all these updates for her.
Mm.
I'm just looking for the tweet.
So this guy
Actually,
is not only the husband, but he's the manager as well as the social media kind of advertising coordinator. Or okay,
yes,
you control almost everything.
he's
So he's got
everywhere.
that Dubai thing going on. All right. Mm. All right. Controlling.
Uh,
Okay, no.
yes, he
Who are
controls
you tweeting?
everything. I want the first one that she tweeted where Rebecca Malope responded. Okay, so here's the tweet. Bucy says, good morning. Let me thank everybody who supported me, who supported us last night in Sun City. We had a wonderful 5 hours. I enjoyed every moment with you. Big thanks to Businova, Dr. Rebecca Malope, Jabu Tlongwane, and Baba Mikey Taza. And then the response, yeah, Rebecca Malope was, I wish I had the same experience as you. In 34 years of my career, I've never been so disappointed and disrespected. I hope it never happens again. Right? So this is what happened. The post that fumed things up and that started trending. And then the second tweet, then the post, which is what caught my attention personally, is the post that was posted by Utapelo Toboke on Facebook, where he
Mm.
tagged Bucy. Are Mola Arling, you made me so proud Saturday night. We had difficult times putting together this recording. At some point, I wanted to cancel, but God didn't allow it. You never undermined my choices of songs, my choices of attire, my way of running, and the Bucy
Right.
Radebe brand. Yes. And then a few minutes later, I don't know if it's hours or minutes, but he edited the same post, removing the "you never undermined my choice of songs, my choice of attire, my way of running the Bucy brand." And that's what raised eyebrows because people started complaining or pointing out. So this guy is the one who's controlling everything, you know? And when he removed that part, now it just, and then he deleted the post. What did you think of that?
Well, in that, I think talking from personal experience, Lena Dimani is one of the. Well, I didn't know first of all, he is the manager. I thought maybe he's just
Yeah.
the guy who does the pa. But I next say can tell the regulatory she can do. Well, I understand. So I think
Mm,
last time, I think it was just after the first recording. You know how we
mm,
are. We criticize and we put in our own views. So we that is
mhm.
what I did. Go Facebook, and then he ran to my inbox, and then I think the guy Andrew threatened me. I don't know. Yeah, he's some big shot politician. Go Northwest. He's connected. Blah 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 blah. This and that. Threatened to send snipers, whatever he could send. I don't know what they call them because but from
Mm,
then I realized, oh, no, this guy, man, there's definitely something wrong. I mean, once you're a
mm.
public figure, trust you me, you're gonna get criticism more than you get compliments.
Yeah.
And as much as you get compliments, but the amount of criticism that you're gonna get is actually higher than compliments. So I didn't
Mm,
understand why he paid special attention to me specifically, but only now
mm.
with the post on Facebook that I realized, oh, this guy is actually a narcissist. I understand now. He's
Yeah.
controlling. And for
Mm.
him to be a manager and to go out and say, my, it's
Yeah.
from gospel. I mean,
Mm,
that's just stupid. How can you say you never undermine my way of songs? I mean, my choice of songs.
mm,
Who should do
mm.
the I mean, fool us. Little to know how it's all now. You got no relationship with God, nothing. But because you
Yeah.
sing about Him,
Yeah.
and say God is your inspiration. You can now find this and that. So that that's Kabon. So
Yeah.
the moment Kabona
Yeah.
that my choice of songs, I was like, oh, no wonder. The song only appeals to certain people. Kora kanti ichuza kama
Yes.
khalabe, moves into corruption. So he's corrupt. He goes after corrupt gospel songs and uses them.
Yeah.
I understand. And
Yeah.
then the other thing,
Yeah.
Haryana, my choice of attire. Oh, so Buzi has no saying in the kind of underwear she wears. I mean, like, what's attire? Because I believe you're not too. So she has no saying.
There's no
But over and
say.
above,
Yeah.
yeah, over and above that post, even though it was edited and eventually deleted, it kind of exposed what he is and gave merit to what Dr. Rebecca was saying, how she was not treated okay. But because
Yeah.
at some point, I
Yeah.
think we could have doubted Dr. Rebecca. I really know she's probably used to a certain treatment because she's been around, so she feels like she has to be treated like glass. But then that
Yeah.
post actually made us even disregard any possibility of Dr. Rebecca exaggerating her
Right.
situation. But
Mm, mm.
so I could see, I don't know what exactly and what kind of comeback they'll pull, but what he did, and even after, even with the apology, because apparently there was an apology that he drafted. Even with the apology, it
Yes.
went from bad to worse, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's the part where, I mean, when we speak about the writing of songs, that it makes sense. Why? Because if he's the one who's really writing posts for Ulwana. Sorry, I'm trying to find that that post that Oh yes, the tweet that Bucy wrote in 2021, in February on the 26th, where she said, "Hi, Tim Bucy, meet my manager," where he posted him drinking. You remember that post? My hubby, head and protector of career, the man behind the upcoming Easter special EP. He taught me that gospel music is not only for people inside church, but people in taxi ranks, stadium, pubs, taverns, social clubs, etc. So that is what proved Uti, he's in charge of, the songs, and the songs that he writes. Probably they're not even for church. They are just for people in the
Well,
taverns, like you say.
let's fix this. Is there a song that has been written, Yabus? Is there a song I don't want to tell you that I'm not aware of? You know of a song?
No, I don't.
Most of Busy's songs are researching things, man. And I don't know how Ariana Gospel is not only for the people in church. That is where you see the misalignment in terms of Christianity that they have.
Yeah.
Because church is not about a building. Even the Bible, when it talks about church, never has it referred to a church as a structure. I understand. So the moment that the husband told her that gospel music is not about only church, but people in the taxi rank, it's a complete disregard for the body of a mood to being the church. Our statement is misinformed. It's got no Christian background whatsoever. I think Bucy, Bucy might be talented. But was one of those ladies who was very vulnerable. Probably she's not well off to can push something like this, and she found herself in the arms of this guy, and then this guy Ukiana Pushang, and being the person who he is, then he wants to run it the way he would run, an election campaign or a tender. Yeah, ANC. I understand. Whereby Kena China. Trust me, I can bet my life on it, Hore. If we were to research that post that you talked about, it's the guy who was actually typing and not Bucy herself.
Yeah.
That lady is in an abusive relationship. Trust you me. I mean, we had DJ Smooth just the other day. Abuwele and I should be lucky to make it out alive. So what kind of relationship is that? What more about
it's Cleo?
Yeah, what kind of
DJ Cleo? Cleo.
Yeah, I mean, yonke sipi awasha man. Sipi se se atlapa. So lilina leo utlo understand arakarama. I understand. Yeah, but over and above, man, I really wish. We cannot wish for people to break up, but we wish for Yena Bucy to, Jorge she's in a relationship, I mean in an abusive relationship, let her find the courage to move out. She's already a brand. With or without the guy, she'll make it. I understand. She might not be able to she might not be able to pull off these type of recordings where she has all these guys who Bo Joseph and all these backing vocalists on her team. But she will definitely make it, man. She's a brand. There has been good that has come out from whatever relationship she has with this guy. But it's time to call it quits. Now that is how I take it, because even with this recording, it will always have that negative stigma. I mean, whatever song she'll release, it'll be like, oh, it's this song was actually sung or recorded that day, Rebecca Bamro. So I don't know.
I mean, a lot of people felt the same. This guy is self-centered. He's a control freak. He's a narcissist because of he has a narcissist character, and I mean, allegedly, it's not. Yes, Rebecca Malope stood up for herself. I mean, she even spoke about it at the funeral a few days ago when she was singing at a funeral. Or she felt that if she didn't stand up for herself, she was going to get a bottom club, and it was time that she stood up for not only for herself but for other women. And I personally, I'm glad that that incident happened because it exposed the situation at home. If it didn't happen the way it happened, and if she didn't speak out, we wouldn't have known what Bucy is going through that, and as well, apparently, other, let me see the names. Levos Khobela, Benjamin Dube, Jawo Tlhongwane, they've had the same experience, and this is just to name a few. They've had that experience in the spiritual gangster, Yeah, so the psychotic behavior that he has, I mean, he has blocked me right now. So I don't know exactly. I don't know what he's now talking about on his page.
Yeah, you can. I mean, it's one thing to can say, okay, Blessing and I had a disagreement. I understand, and then had it been that I didn't stand up for myself, maybe Blessing would have walked over me in terms of the argument. But you can take it as far and say, had I not stood up for myself, Blessing would have laid his hand on me. It must mean that you saw some sort of creature that is not able to reason. I understand. So, Liana, for Dr. Rebecca to take it that far, it means either she saw some form of anger displayed that is not, conducive with Limutali normal, or that is really what he is. Because I think it would be wrong of me to can really say, okay, he's an abuser, because I don't know. But there are people who have called him that. So meaning have first-hand experience, I saw other women whom I think maybe they were together in the past or whatever, who say they were actually physically abused by this guy. And I think literally now we should call out, the gospel industry in totality. Or what, if we see a fellow person or a fellow woman going through like a situation like this, what do we do, Rena? As a fraternity, do we? What there has to be something done. We cannot only preach the gospel or sing the gospel. Let's now practice the gospel. Let's find ways of helping her, man. I've seen, in as much as you named Bo, Jabu Hlongwane, Lebus Khobel and whatnot, most of them it ends in posting. Yeah, it ends in posting, and it's not supposed to end in just saying, okay, I've experienced this guy and whatnot. What do we do? God, trust me, if something were to happen to her, they'll be flocking to her funeral. But I didn't got to know they were, really caring for her. But this is the time you can really show some form of support. Go ahead now, and have a way of reaching out. The same applies with the men in the industry. They have to reach out to the guy and tell him, or no, this is not how things are supposed to be done. I believe there are managers of other guys, of other artists, who can maybe help him out. Now we cannot completely write him off. I wouldn't say it's a mistake, but more to in general, why did a mistake? And if there's somebody who can really show him or not, then let us do that. But over and above, the recording has been messed up. The reputation has been messed up, and I don't think there's any way of coming back from that. No, there's not.
Have you actually noticed that what became popular in this is not even the recording itself? We don't know what the fuck happened at the recording. We don't know if which song was the hottest. I even forgot Vusinova was invited. I even forgot Jabu Hlongwane was invited, because this story just took over. The abuse itself just took over. And the thing about the whole shebang, if this guy if this was not his personality, he wouldn't be blocking everyone who disagrees with him. He'll be engaging, he'll be apologizing, he'll be very apologetic. I mean, even his apology, Rebecca Malope felt it was not genuine. And I did mention that it wasn't genuine simply because Are you still there? Got you froze we on 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I can go like a little. Hi guys. There you are. So I was saying what he released
o chabile motlhagase, hence o bona ke ba le
oh
challenge and I'm connected to fiber. That's why.
okay. So now you did with the Wi-Fi with the data. So I'm saying what an apology yeah Mugai was not even genuine. And if you read the apology, it was full of his name was not even there at all. Like you can't see his name anywhere. It is ish. And he released the media statement and then he deleted it. Is that still an apology? When I, as a music no as a law student, is the apology still out there if we retracted it, if we deleted it? Apology get that. Blessing. So okay, I don't know if I should continue because Mugai has frozen. Has frozen. For media release. I don't know if it's gonna come back, guys. I don't know if I should continue. Yeah, my phone in. Okay. You guys must just call me and phone him right here. See if it picks up. You might just have to delete this and redo it on Saturday. We should do it on Saturday together. You're calling directly. Soze. Soze. Makunjena. Okay. Hi. Yes. Hi. I'm trying to call Blessing back. Where is your phone anything? Alright, sharp. Okay. So we're calling each other with different numbers. Oh my lord. I don't know when someone has so many numbers. Doesn't make sense. So